Hey, Jack here
Travis.
with Two Brothers Adventures. We're out here on the Mogollon Rim with some family and friends today. Thought we'd take time to revisit a video of ours that we did in the past that some people said we might have should have did it a different way, so we're going to give it a try their way.
I'm going to be building the upside down fire. So the objective this time is to try to pack it as tight as possible. In our last one we spaced it out kind of like Lincoln logs, so there was room for stuff to fall down. So the goal with my fire today is to make it as compact and tight as I can do it.
And I'm just going to build the traditional teepee style fire, and we'll compare the two burn times and burn rates and see how it works. So we've got equal number of wood here. They're the same length, 6 and 6, and then we have a couple of fat wood sticks that we're going to use, and we're going to use our petroleum jelly cotton balls and a fire starter. So we're going to go ahead and process this wood and get it going.
Oh, got him out.
So we're trying to split these as equally as possible.
Hey, that one's yours.
Give me my stick back. Equally as far as 3 per board, so that we got roughly the same number of sticks.
Got a little visitor, little stink bug.
Now, since I'm building a traditional fire, my kindling and fire starter have to go on the bottom.
And I'm going to pack these together as tight as possible, leaving no gaps. Actually, I'm going to do this like that.
Use a little fat wood just to get this going quicker.
I'm going to do this a little bit narrower and higher, since the whole goal of an upside down fire is to let the fire fall down upon itself. Alright.
Okay, so these are going to be 2 fires with roughly the same amount of wood, as close as we can get it.
Got them all ready?
Yep, you ready? Light yours first, since yours is supposed to burn longer anyways. We'll see.
Alright.
You might want to put that just down on
The what?
the bigger thing, so it doesn't have to burn you so it won't, like, right across these.
But the problem is it won't be very big then.
I know, but this is the way you normally do it.
Okay.
Yep. give that a try.
All right, here we go. You want to start the timer? We're going to use the timer on the touch here to see how long it burns. Now I can start it after. All right.
Okay, this one's lit. Now we're just going to let these burn. We'll check back in probably about every 5 or 10 minutes and let you see how they're going. As you see, we got the traditional teepee style here and the tight packed upside down fire over here. And we'll see the theory on this is that it's going to burn down and slowly consume the fuel versus this where there's so much air and the flames can get all the way through all the wood. Last time we built the upside down fire, we left a lot of space between all the fuel, and it pretty much was the same type of deal as this as far as the space that allowed the fire to get through the whole thing. So people said this might work better, so we're going to give it a try and see. This fat wood, as you see, is pretty smoky because of all the pitch in it, so that'll burn down in a minute and get going. But we'll check back in a little bit.
All right, as you can see on the touch, it's been 4 minutes and 58 seconds since we started. And we'll take a look at both the fires. Here's the traditional teepee fire. You can see that it's going pretty big. It's consumed, you know, a quarter, maybe a little more than that of the wood. And then here's the upside down fire. You can see that it's just slowly burning, barely burning any of the wood right now.
Now the problem that I can already see with this is that that's not created enough of a fire pool to start consuming that fuel like it has over here, so we probably need to use more tinder to get this one started. But we use the same amount of tinder for both of them, but that just shows you if you build this type of fire, you'll probably need to have a lot bigger tinder pool to start with than this one over here.
Alright, we'll come back and check in it in another 5 minutes or so. Alright, we're back. It's hopefully you can see the time on here. It's been 11 minutes and 31 seconds.
Okay, as you can see here by looking at the fires, the traditional fire is pretty much engulfed. It's probably about a third to halfway consumed through the wood. The upside down fire over here, although it's getting a slower start, it is continuing to burn and it's lasting a lot longer. So this is putting out heat, not as much as that, but in certain circumstances this might be a better thing. So we'll let this keep burning and see how it goes and see if it keeps going down like it should through all those pieces of wood. You can see here that this one's pretty much burned through and it's starting to move down. So we'll give it about another 5 minutes and check on it and see how it's going. Okay, if you can see that, it's been 16 minutes and 10 seconds. So we're here checking on the fires again.
So you can see obviously that the traditional fire now is starting to collapse in and starting to kind of start to die down. It obviously gave off a lot more heat and expended its injury a lot quicker. The upside down fire took a lot longer to catch, and it actually kind of almost smoldered for a little bit, but now that it's starting to go, it's starting to burn down in, and obviously it's not having consumed as much wood. So we'll continue to watch these and we'll come back in 2 more minutes.
Okay, it's been 21 minutes roughly. So here's an update on our fires.
So the traditional fire is almost completely out now. It's smoking a lot. Just some of the ends of the boards are burning. Now if you go over to the upside down fire, it's starting to actually spread throughout all the boards now. So it took a good 10 or 15 minutes to get started. You know, probably about 10 minutes to get us started really good, but now it's burning good. So we'll continue to keep the timer running. We'll come back when the traditional fire is completely out, take a look at the upside down fire and see how it's doing, and then we'll continue to time it till it's done.